Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. This is the new moon reading, lunar eclipse. Oh my God. So we came through a full moon lunar eclipse. Now we're into a new moon lunar eclipse. And I just want to make it clear that those of you that have struggled with that full moon eclipse that we went through the end of May, that was necessary. This is the message that I got. That was necessary for you to be open and accepting and in a place where you're allowing the new to come in. It was about letting go what you no longer needed, what no longer served you. I went through from the full moon, the end of April, to right now, the most hellish trip that I think I've ever been on as far as shadow work goes, as far as letting go of what I no longer need, what no longer serves me. I've had, as you all know, a dog that has been close to death for almost 6 weeks here. And she would shift and get better, and I'd think, oh, thank God. And then she would go south again and be even worse in her worst point. And it got to the place where I finally I was awake with her through the night, every night, trying to keep her going. And I finally reached that place where I had to say, you know what? I love you to death, but if you need to go, you need to go. I'm letting you go. I can't change things. I truly believed she wasn't meant to be here any longer. Even though I had been told right from the beginning that she was going to be fine. So this for me was all about letting go and trusting and having faith and using my intuition and my guidance to move me through something that was extremely difficult for me. Because right from the beginning, I was told that she was going to be fine. And I was also told that I needed to trust, I needed to have faith, I needed to believe, I just needed to go the distance, have the courage and the strength to go the distance because she was going to be fine. I made enemies with I don't know how many different veterinarians where I live. I'm at a point now where there's probably not too many that I can take my dogs to because they all wanted to prescribe medications for her and injections for her and this and that. And I went with my gut, and my gut kept saying no, no. The only thing my gut said yes to was I went into a meditation one day, and I don't know where I went, but I went someplace deep, and I was brought out with a sharp pain to the left side of my neck. And when I came out, and my dog Dixie was with me, and when I came out, I realized, oh my God, this is about Dixie. Why the neck? Why the throat? And then I was taken back to a time in my childhood when I used to get strep throat all the time, and I thought that's her problem. When I researched it, I came to the conclusion that the drugs she needed was not the drugs that she was on because she was getting worse. What she needed was penicillin. So I went to the emergency clinic here and I said, we got to change her drugs. She needs penicillin, not what she's on. And the universe lined this up for me. I know they did, because the vets to that point were not willing to agree with anything I had to say. They all wanted to go by the book. They wanted to go by the scientific. And I get that. That's who they are. But it's not who I am. And they brought me to a vet that was on duty that day at that point in time who didn't question me. And she just changed the prescription. And she gave me 3 that I could choose from. And I said to her, no, you choose. Pick the one that's going to kick the ass of this infection that she's got. She chose doxycycline. And I later came to the realization that doxycycline, although it's lower end antibiotic in the tree of antibiotics, it's at the lower end, but it's still a broad spectrum antibiotic. Whatever was going on with her, and nobody could tell me, it was just always, she had a fever of unknown origin. But whatever was going on with her, she needed doxycycline. And even the vets denied that doxycycline was what she would need, because I started to think it was strep in her body, or she had a tick bite. And there was something else. Oh man, I can't remember. Bronchitis. All 3 of those, the drug of choice is doxycycline. So it didn't matter what she had, that drug would take care of it. And it has. 2 hours after her first dose, I noticed a difference in her. And she's just steadily gotten better. So follow your gut. Let go of what you need to let go of. And what I mean by that is trusting. Have faith and trust that no matter how bad it looks on the outside, and that was another message I kept receiving, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how much you feel she looks like she's dying, it's not the way it seems. So just have strength and courage to move forward. So I wanted to just give that story because a lot of you have been sending me prayers and well wishes and hoping my little girl gets better, and she is. So thank you so much. Just an update for you. But also, I know there's got to be others of you going through what I went through. Maybe not with your dog, maybe with a family member, maybe your own health. Have faith and have trust that things are not as bad as they appear on the outside. Things are going to work out for you for the highest good. You just have to go within. And this new moon lunar eclipse, if you've gone through anything like that from the last full moon or the full moon prior to that, whatever this is for you, know that this new moon, it's going to be just as intense as the last full moon lunar eclipse, but in a way of new beginnings, not endings. So whatever you went through with the last full moon, that's bringing you to a place of new beginnings, okay? And get excited. Get excited because this is going to change everything. This is going to be a really interesting and somewhat weird eclipse because it's in the sign of Gemini. But just as the latest of the round of Saturn-Uranus clashes takes place, so it's going to be a little strange. And does it mean that it's going to be bad? No, not at all. It's definitely a time to live consciously as well as intentionally, though. So like I said, go within and really figure things out. Neptune gives us access to the divine, but under this lunation, it is clashing and confusingly with the moon, the sun, and Mercury. So move through any confusion that you might have this week with a daily practice that's going to allow you to connect with your higher self and transform your life. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And you know what? Those of you that don't like to meditate, you don't meditate, don't want to, that's fine. Anything that you have, a hobby, anything creative that you like to do that you find while you're doing it, you get all focused into it and caught up in it so that, you look at your watch 4 hours later feeling like it's been 20 minutes and you go, oh my God, I've been doing this for 4 hours. That's a form of meditation. So do that. Go for a long walk in nature and just clear your mind. Just observe and focus on the beauty and the balance, the energetic balance that you feel around you, because nature is so perfectly and naturally balanced energetically that you can't help but be the same when you're in it, as long as you free your mind, okay? Another way to work through this eclipse clash with Neptune is to think about your spirituality and where you are with it, right? And again, meditation daily or chanting. Now, the chanting that you do does not have to be out loud. You can do, in fact, sometimes the chanting is more powerful when it's done inwards rather than outward, quietly in your mind. And I want to point out that the planet Neptune, that it's being triggered by this eclipse this week, but it's strongly associated with music. Chanting is music, okay? So silent chanting, like I said, is even more powerful than chanting out loud. And if you hold crystals at the same time, you could elevate your experience. And all you got to do is chant Om or the word peace. Just do that for a few minutes, because what that does also, it stops thought. You're focusing on saying Om. You're not allowing any thoughts in. So this Saturn-Uranus clash is a follow-up, though. I want to point that out too. It's a kind of a cosmic echo, if you will, of the Uranus-Pluto clashes from 2011 to 2015. So there's a good chance that we're all going to be asked whether we made the life changes we already knew we needed during that period. So enjoy the ride, because it could be It could be fairly interesting, to say the least, but it's okay because, again, it's a new moon, so it's about bringing new beginnings. It's not about bringing, well, it is kind of about bringing endings, but the full moon brought the endings for us, right? So that we could have these new beginnings. And I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be huge, huge. Not these little tiny baby beginnings. This is huge. This could be, those of you that aren't in your twin flame union yet, that could be one of the things that takes place here. This could be bringing you into union. So I've pulled the Moonology cards. Now these, what I've just spoke about is for everybody, okay? Not just the three people that, or the three zodiac signs that I'm doing the reading for, but this is for everybody. Now the Moonology cards that I pulled, obviously, new moon in Gemini, because that's what this is. It's a new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So like I said, you could be getting communication from your twin here, right? Or you could be sending them a message, however it goes. Then we have, because it's in Gemini, Gemini is a mutable sign, so it's the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's not as it looks. Again, it's that same message. Things are not as they seem. There's nothing set in stone. There's nothing that you need to worry about. Nothing, okay? And then we have, of course, new moon, which indicates a new start, a new beginning. Always. The new moon is always about new beginnings. If you have something new that you want to start, a new career, a new business, anything new that you haven't experienced yet, save it till after a new moon. You always start something new after a new moon, not before. Well, okay, you want to start it after a new moon and before the full moon, never after a full moon. Okay, because the full moon's all about endings. You want to begin something new during a beginning time. And the final card we have is the new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Like I said, this is going to be big. It's huge. This isn't going to be one of those little itty bitty changes that we're all used to. Not at all. I'm expecting things to be massive around this new moon. Absolutely massive. Okay, help me out here, cards. Okay, stay put now. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I'm going to get into the three zodiac signs here, and within that reading or those readings, I'm going to let you know what house this new moon is in and how that's going to affect you, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get into your part of the reading. Now this new moon in June here, which is, by the way, on the 10th of June. It's in the thumbnail, but I should have mentioned that. But anyways, it's tomorrow. I'm recording this the day before. So it's going to be in your 7th house. And the question to ask is, how's your love life? Because this new moon is in your love zone this month. And it means that you're going to get the chance to reinvigorate your love life. If you're single, it's the perfect time to move on from old loves, old dreams, and maybe any old heartache. You got to let those go, okay? Because you're about to move into something new. Now, if you're attached, you're probably aware of the importance of keeping your relationship fresh. And this new moon is going to bring in fresh energy and a chance to think about some of the things that you and your partner can do this month. Things that are going to bring you closer, things that are going to bring you together, things you can do together, you know? Increase that bond that's already there. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. And this is going to give you information as far as what you can expect over the next 4 weeks and the timing of it. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds almost like a mild moaning. It's my little girl, my little fur baby is on my lap while I do the reading for you. Okay, so first card out. Ooh, I've never had this one. Card number 30, which breaks down to a 3. It's all about your change, your evolving, your evolution, your growth. Now, this is the snow moon, so obviously this is the moon of the winter. Now, those of you that are in the southern hemisphere, you are coming into winter. Those of you in the northern, you're coming out of it, okay? So timing-wise, this could be, for those of you in the southern hemisphere, right away here. Those of you that are in the northern hemisphere, it's either, we're going to find out as we go through, but it's either something that took place this past snow moon, or it's going to this coming one, okay? So that's your first card. Got to put it where you can see it. There you go. And I will, once I get all these cards laid out, I'm going to take a look at the timing of these. Second card you have is a 20. So that breaks down to a 2, which again, it's all about duality, partnership, relationships. It's the waning gibbous 4 moon, and it's all about beauty. And look at the face on this card. Isn't that cool? Now you've got a number 42, which breaks down to a 6. It's all about love. This is interesting, Sagittarius, because this is the lunar god card, the masculine. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is only for the female Sagittarians watching. If you're a male Sagittarian watching, you could be in a same-sex relationship, and this would be your masculine. You could, you could be of same-sex relationships, is what I meant to say. You might not be in one right now, but this would be whoever it is that is more in the masculine energy. And it same holds true for a male Sagittarius that is looking for a female or has a female on his mind, okay? She could be the one that's in the masculine energy right now, not you. That's a great possibility. We all work from both, right? Now you have card number 22. This one we don't break down because it is 11, 22, 33, 44. We don't break those down. Those stay as they are. They are ascended master numbers, okay? So this is the waning gibbous 6 moon, and it's all about wisdom. Wisdom from your ascended masters. Wow. But again, it's also a 22. So now you've got, just going to move these over a bit. Now you've got the 2 card, which was this one, and you've got a 22 card. So this new moon for you could be all about relationships, right? Now I'm going to just take a look at the timing of these cards, and then we will put them in order and see just exactly what they're telling you. Okay, so let's get these put in order for you now. This snow moon, these cards I find really hard to place timing-wise because, like I said, if you're in the southern hemisphere, this is going to be coming up because you're about to hit winter here. And I'm not exactly sure when the snow moon is, but if I'm not mistaken, it is, for the northern hemisphere, it's the December full moon. So if that's the case, then those of you in the southern hemisphere, it's going to be the July full moon. But let's just call it winter, okay, to just be on the safe side. So this is a winter timing, which is ASAP for southern, not for about 6 months for northern, okay? So I'm going to just leave this here for now. And then we've got the waning gibbous 4. Now the waning gibbous 4 is June 28th, okay? Then you have the waning gibbous 6. So that's June 30th. So June, let's get these going here. 28th and 30th. And we're going to put, Yeah, we're going to put this here because if it is July, then it comes after these two anyways. And if it's for the Northern Hemisphere, it's wintertime, it's after June anyway. So that is where it belongs. The Lunar God card, I don't have timing on this. It's a lunar god. So I don't know what that timing would be. We're just going to leave him right here. Okay, so what are we getting, Spirit? Okay. Spirit has changed things up. We're going to get Gaia Oracle cards next. So what I want to talk about is, before we draw these cards, is June 24th. This is the beauty card, right? So June 24th, I feel like Spirit is going to be showing you something of beauty. That could be, it could be in any direction. It could be a new person coming into your life that you are extremely attracted to. And I don't mean beauty necessarily externally. It could be internal beauty. This could be you just reaching that place where you see the beauty in everything, the positivity in everything. And then June 30th, you step into this place of wisdom. You have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have clarity. She's also, look at her, she's also climbed to a higher vantage point. She wants to see things through the eyes of her soul, through the eyes of Spirit, Source, God, whatever you want to call it. So this is all about seeing the bigger picture, having that wisdom and the knowledge. And then we come to the winter. And for me, what this is telling me is that by winter, this is when you have the masculine. You either have your person who is of masculine energy in your life at that point, or you are working through balancing yourself in your feminine and masculine, and you find the balance here. Like I said, we're drawing more cards because I can't possibly know what this means for everybody. But by winter, southern and northern hemisphere, this has got something to do with the masculine. Okay, so let's get Gaia Oracle. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, you've got 22 again. You've got 22 twice. Now this 22 sits on top of beauty and wisdom, which is, this is the 22 card. This is sacred journey, life cycles, family, transformation. Yeah, you're about, oh geez, you're about to gain the wisdom necessary to take this sacred journey. Get on path to your life's purpose and your destiny. That's what's taking place here. Wow, this card just does not want to stay in my hand. I feel like you are going to be bouncing off the walls, literally, when this takes place. Because you're going to find it to be so beautiful where you're moving to, wherever that is. The direction you're headed in. Ooh, that's so exciting. And it's definitely divinely guided because you've got two 22s here. And this is a 20. Oh my goodness, it's all twos. It's all about relationships. It's all about partnerships. This could be in business. It could be in romance. Wow. Something you've been searching for, maybe? Card number 6, this is all about love. The search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. Are you searching for someone? Are you searching for that masculine Sagittarius? Are you waiting, watching, wondering when he's going to show up? And I say he, as in masculine energy, he. It could actually be a man, though, for some of you. The search. Now, this sits on top of wisdom and purity. Okay? So this is all about the truth, having faith. Well, something, I'm not getting the first part, Spirit. Something lies in the balance. What lies in the balance? The truth? The truth lies in the balance. That's going to make sense for somebody. The truth lies in the balance. Interesting. Whoever this is, look at the light at the top of her head. You definitely are going to be gaining some clarity and some wisdom here. And the truth. Wow. And purity. It's all about faith and trust and purity and truth. And it hangs in the balance. If you know, if you understand what Spirit's telling you here, put it in comments, please. The truth hangs in the balance. For me, what that means is the unseen. The balance is what you don't have yet. That's going to, you know what I mean? You have a portion of it. I feel like you have a portion of the truth or the wisdom or the clarity. And the truth lies in the balance, the remaining balance of it. And so when it comes in, you won't be confused anymore. You won't feel alone. Interesting. Card number 11. Another soul path number. Ooh, rising above. Clarity. See? Clarity, freedom, and solution. Absolutely. You will be able to rise above once this clarity and this truth comes in. That's going to take you to the masculine. Or it's in regards to your masculine. You're going to gain the wisdom and the clarity and the knowledge about this situation. And the timing of it is by winter. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean December for those of you in the northern hemisphere, okay? Winter. So, whenever winter is for you. And in the northern hemisphere, I think I live in the northern hemisphere, and I know winter can seem like it's starting about middle of October. I'm going to say whenever the snow falls and stays, not necessarily calendar winter, okay? Just winter, snowy times. Don't be discouraged, because I know we're just coming, in the northern hemisphere, you're just coming into summer here, spring and summer kind of deal. So that seems like a long way away, but it's no longer than 6 months, right? But you're going to be experiencing things prior to that are going to keep you going. Okay, what are we grabbing now? Okay, heal yourself. But you are growing and expanding, Sagittarius. You are moving higher. You will be connecting to your inner guidance system and spirit like never before. You are getting on path to your destiny, your purpose. That's exciting. Okay, letting go. This is what you're needing to do. This is what you're, it's your life's lesson here. Card number 26 breaks down to an 8. It's all about abundance, but letting go, trusting, having faith. This sits on top of the Sacred Journey card and the Search. You know, if you're feeling lost and confused and lonely, let go, because you are on this path, this journey, in this cycle of transformation. But you have to let go. You have to surrender to the process. You know, I'm gonna take you to that night that I was talking about earlier about my fur baby and me thinking that she was leaving me that night and she was so sick. And I had to let go because it was starting to make me sick. It was pulling me under. And I did let go. I said, okay, I gotta let go. If she's meant to live, she's gonna live. If she's meant to die, she's gotta die. I've gotta let her go. So I just let go, and I trusted, and I surrendered. And I knew that that didn't necessarily mean that my fur baby was gonna live. It meant that whatever needed to take place was about to take place. And I resigned myself to being okay with whatever that was. It was the very next day that I got that sign in meditation that she needed a new medication. And that's what saved her. That's what turned her around. So let go, knowing that the minute you let go, the messages that you require, everything that you're requiring at this point in time, you're open to those coming in. And that'll make a huge difference in your life. And the next card you have is, again, card 11. Wow. Take off your mask or masks. Be authentic. Be true to you. Do what it is that you want to do. Now, this is on the search and the rising above. Don't listen to anybody else. If you're feeling lost and confused and lonely, go within. But also go down the path that you know is right for you. You've got a brand new beginning coming, and you've got powerful change coming with this lunar eclipse here. And right now, nothing is yet set in stone. You can change things around. You can rise above anything and have exactly what it is you want. Communication is key. Don't forget, this is in Gemini. It's all about communication. So it could be about your intentions. Communicate those to Spirit. What it is you want, what it is you need. Communicate it and let go. Put it out and let it go. It will come back for you. Okay, now we're going to get an Island Time Wellness card. That was a weird cut, but okay. Ooh, self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Absolutely. Take off your mask. Work on you. Work on being okay with being you, the real you, the authentic you, the you that maybe others don't understand. That's their problem. That's a them problem, not a you problem. Just stand by you. Let go of everything else and just be you. Synchronicity Oracle says, yeah, this is a given. You are absolutely going through a spiritual transition right now. Absolutely. And that's because Spirit is wanting to place you on your path towards your destiny. So just that in and of itself, Spirit working this to get you on path to move towards your life purpose and destiny, that could create all of this feeling lost and confusion and being alone. Absolutely. That's going through a dark night of the soul period. I felt extremely alone and lost and vulnerable and confused. But the only time we feel those things is when we're disconnected from our inner guidance system and from Spirit. Get connected and you won't feel that. And the way you get connected is always through meditation. However that works for you, whatever that means to you. It could be chanting, like I said earlier. It could be actual meditation. I have a new meditation channel. In fact, I'm going to link the new moon meditation to your video. But if you don't want to meditate that way, take walks in nature, alone and quietly. Don't think, don't speak. Just really enjoy and focus on the beauty of the nature around you, right? Focus on a craft or a hobby that you love to do. The things that, you're going to do for half an hour, and 4 hours later you realize, oh my God, I'm still doing this. Time really flies. That's a form of meditation. Okay, now we're going to get a Just Ask Oracle card. Oops. Yeah, that's a given too. You are up-leveling now. This is all about that spiritual transition. And look at where this sits. It's touching the self-indulgence, which touches the take off your mask, which touches the rising above. You are rising above. You're being up-leveled, so you can rise above. That's why you've got to stay connected. Don't allow yourself to become disconnected here, because that will cause a problem. Okay, now we're going to get Whispers of Love card for you. I feel for you, Sagittarius, because this new moon is in your 7th house, which is your love life. This is all about relationships. You've got card 20, 22, 22, and the masculine, taking off your masks. The search. I really feel like this is all about you finding and coming into union with your soulmate, your right person, whoever that is for you. Maybe you've already met them. Maybe you already know them. Maybe you're already in a relationship with them. But this is about your love life. And you are up-leveling and transitioning for your higher good within that relationship. Oh my God. So you know how I said card number 20 or number 22 is Ascended Masters, 11, 22, 33? Well, you have, I think you have 11 twice. Yeah, you do. You've got 2 11s here. You've got 22 here. Look at the angle. And now you have card number 33. All Ascended Masters cards. You are being divinely guided out the yin-yang, Sagittarius. So you have got a lot of messaging coming through to you. Make sure you're in the receiving mode of those messages. That will pull you out of this lost, confused, and alone space. Appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love, even if it feels like a bad situation in the moment. It's there for you to learn. It's there for some kind of a life lesson to help you to up-level and transition, right? And it's being brought to you. Sounds like a commercial. This is being brought to you by your Ascended Masters. Wow, 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 wow. You guys are going places. Good places. But you got to get through this transition. Okay, so I want to ask your guides and spirit what it is you're moving through here, and maybe if they could tell us where it's taking you and how you can help to move through it that much quicker and easier. We're going to do that in the extended. Click on the title of this video. The description box will drop down. You will see the cards, the decks that I'm using here, as well as the link to your extended. Those of you that are going over, I'll see you over there. Those of you that are not, I love you guys, and I will see you next time.